This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello? Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
5 songs, 2 albums, and 1 socialite turned singer. These are the top 5 songs from Paris Hilton's discography, and it all starts right now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first edition of the Under 5 Top 5 right here on the There Can Only Be One podcast channel. Hello to all of our listeners in Kissing, Germany, and around the world. How the heck are you guys doing? Okay, so this podcast, the There Can Only Be One podcast channel, is getting in on the celebration of the 5-year anniversary of It's Not That Bad, our movie show, with a little bit of a preview of what's to come during the holiday season. So let me explain. This show, the Under 5 Top 5, will be taking over this channel from the beginning of November till the end of January. Why? Because over on There Can Only Be One, those shows contain discographies of artists with a 5-album minimum. And as you've heard on this show before, or at least on this channel, Spin Shuffle Skip, where we deal with, outliers, soundtracks, and artists with only 1 album to their name. Well, that leaves a bunch of artists with only 2, 3, or 4 albums to their name, where they wouldn't necessarily fit in any of those shows. Now, in the past, we have done some artists with maybe 3 albums because this show didn't exist back then. So this will actually give us a chance to go back and revisit some of those artists if we want to. But it would be a really short There Could Only Be One if we had an artist with only 2 albums. You'd only have 2 songs. So in order to find that wonderful little compromise, we're going to be doing a top 5 from the discography of some of these artists. And today we're covering Paris Hilton because, believe it or not, she's got 2 albums to her name. And here to join me, hot in her own right, my lovely wife, Carrie. Carrie, how you doing?
Yes. Can I just say, first of all, I have to start off by...
That's hot.
Saying that's hot.
It is hot.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure we owe Paris Hilton money now for that, but still, regardless.
Thank you for covering Paris Hilton. I have loved Paris Hilton, The Simple Life, her fun and frivolity with Nicole Richie. Oh my God.
Let's not forget her appearance in Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh, more on that later.
Yeah.
Yes, but since you mentioned it, Zytrate.
It comes in a little glass vial.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this show is that over on There Can Only Be One, we actually eliminate any songs that are not on proper albums from the artist. However, since we're doing a top 5, if the artist happens to have a song or 2 on like a soundtrack, we could actually put that into our top 5 and spread our wings a little bit. So if Paris Hilton has done a song or appeared on a song on someone else's album, that would actually qualify in this case. But first, let's talk about the two albums in question. Her first album was Paris, released August 22nd, 2006, which featured guest appearances from Fat Joe and Jadakiss, and also features a cover of Do You Think I'm Sexy from Rod Stewart. Hit number 6 on the Billboard 200 and number 4 in Canada and Taiwan, probably because, Carrie went out and bought a copy. There were 3 singles off of this one. Both Stars Are Blind and Turn It Up hit number 1 on the US dance charts, and Stars Are Blind also hit number 18 on the Billboard Hot 100. And I know we talked about this when we did the Repo the Genetic Opera episode. This album actually is pretty good. Like, way better than I expected from Paris Hilton.
Absolutely. There was a spell where this was my go-to at the gym. I would literally put this in my Discman and very carefully put my Discman on the treadmill, and I would literally just go. I would go and I would get lost in a world of Paris Hilton, because you know what? Her songs are, I would say, just as good as, the Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. It all kind of came out around the same time. And Paris, deserves more respect. She deserves more cred for the music that she performed.
I mean, when you think about celebrity puts out an album, your first thoughts are like, ooh, why? But I'll give credit where credit is due. Like, the production on this is good. The songwriting is actually pretty catchy. And Paris isn't trying to sit here and show off, insane operatic vocal cords, but she knows exactly what she's doing, and the songs are exactly for the people who would actually buy them. But then we had to wait 18 years later for her next album, Infinite Icon, released September 6, 2024, featuring appearances from Rina Sawayama, Meghan Trainor, Megan Thee Stallion, Sia, and Maria Pachera. Hit number 7 on the US indie charts and number 38 on the Billboard 200. 3 singles off of this one. I'm Free hit number 16 on the Japan Hot Overseas charts, and BBA hit number 13 on the US Dance Electronic Digital Song Sales charts. Also, there's a song on this album, Fame Won't Love You, featuring Sia, which also appeared on Sia's album Reasonable Woman, which came out in May 2024. So you had a song that featured both and happened to appear on both of those albums. I didn't even know this album existed.
Neither did I. And after giving it a listen, it's funny because having known the first Paris album so much front to back, I almost thought this would be an easy choice. I had 4 songs picked already. All I needed was one more, and I gave the second album, which I didn't even know about. I gave it a listen, and I was like, well, damn, now I have to go back, reselect, and almost make a mixtape. So I kind of found balance between the 2 albums and was pleasantly surprised by the new songs. And you know what? I want to see the tour. I want to see the co-headlining tour with these 2 ladies.
That would be really, really interesting. But yeah, here's what we're going to do. We each have a top 5 list, and we're going to work from our number 5 pick to our number 1 pick. So it's kind of like there could only be one, because one song does stand above all on our top 5 list. So we're still kind of in the same genre, but a new way to take a look at artists with maybe not as many albums, but the songs are still worth talking about. So Carrie, I'm going to let you kick us off. What is your number 5 Paris Hilton song?
Well, we actually just started talking about it. The song featuring Sia, Fame Won't Love You, is so pretty. You can just tell the emotion, the raw storytelling that these 2 performers put into this performance. It is, you know what? It's a really pretty song.
Yeah.
And it tells kind of a story of a life in the spotlight, and how, at the very core of any performer's existence is love, that everybody wants to be loved, but not necessarily in the context of living large and always having cameras in your face.
Yeah. I will admit that Paris Hilton and Sia together is actually a really good mix. It's got to be hard to find someone to duet with and have the voices match up very well. And the fact that there are 2 tracks on this album, the Infinite Icon album, that features Sia goes to show that not only is there a good working relationship there, but there's a friendship there as well. But that song didn't even make my top 5.
Oh.
It was in the mix because when I was going through this, and I don't know if you did the same thing, when I was going through this, I like put all the songs that I was like, okay, this is in the mix. This is in the mix, and put them onto a list. And that basically boiled down to a 9-song playlist. And then I just basically reordered everything into the order and realized, okay, so after the top 5, everything else goes off the list. So I actually do have a playlist with my top 5, and that was kind of my way to sort things out.
I'm intrigued. You found double of the songs that you liked and were digging.
I mean, you know me. I'll listen to anything with an open mind and an open heart, and I am pleasantly surprised. And my number 5 pick actually comes from that same Infinite Icon album. I'm going with the leadoff single, I'm Free, featuring Rina Sawayama. Now, I have never heard of Rina Sawayama before. Can't say I have. She's a fantastic freaking singer on this album. And holy crap, this song, there's a reason why this was the leadoff single. And it's really, really good. I went into this second album skeptical, I'll admit. Well, maybe the first one's, a lark. Maybe we just had some good, songwriters and producers. No, this is exactly what you want out of a Paris Hilton album. The kind of thing you would definitely hear on the dance floor. And I'm Free is a great way to basically announce this album and be the leadoff single off of this. The nice thing too, I'm like, now if I saw the name Rina Sawayama again, I'd be like, okay, I know, good singer, I'll listen.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Running a small business means I wear lots of hats. When I put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn Hiring Pro to make it easy. LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps manage my hiring workflow, puts my job post in front of a unique network of professionals, and matches me with the best candidates for my business. I can also share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. No wonder most small businesses say they'd use LinkedIn Hiring Pro again. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello? Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
Okay, over to you now, Carrie, for your number 4 pick.
At number 4, I have Screwed. Because I've always kind of dug this song. It's just catchy and singable.
There's a lot of rock energy to this. It's almost like there's a little bit like Avril Lavigne energy to it.
I was kind of thinking more of Ashley Simpson.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, it had a very Ashley Simpson.
First album, Ashley Simpson, yes,
Brooke
absolutely.
Hogan vibe, yeah.
And here's the thing. You just named my number 1.
Oh.
That is my number 1 song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screwed. So
respect. That's hot.
We finally have 2 of the same song here. I was really I thought this was going to be really, really easy. Go through Stars Are Blind. It's the big single. It's going to be my number 1. Nope. Screwed blew my mind at how good it was. I'd never heard it until deep diving this album for this episode. How was this not a single? How? I do not understand. But since I already mentioned it, my number 4 pick is Stars Are Blind. The big single off of this one. The one, if you ever want to call Paris Hilton a one-hit wonder and just point to Stars Are Blind, you might not be wrong. It's a good song. And I'm not going to get into the whole, it sounds like Kingston Town, which was released by UB40. I know there were legal proceedings apparently about Stars Are Blind when it came out. Settled at a court, I guess, whatever. Are there similarities to Kingston Town? Yes, there are. Are there differences? Yes, there are. So I don't know if there's a sampling. I don't know what was put into Discovery. I do not know. All I know is Stars Are Blind was a surprisingly catchy summer hit. And if you're emulating UB40 sound, it kind of makes sense that it's a big summer hit.
You know, when you're right, you're right. And Stars Are Blind, it just has that. When you said summer, this song to me is summer. It's like rolling down the windows and just cranking this tune, or like listening to it by the poolside.
Mm-hmm.
It's my number 2.
Okay.
And at first, I admit I pitched Paris. I'm like, we got to talk about Paris for the first show. But I thought this would be my number 1.
Same here, yeah.
And it was beat out by another song.
We'll get to your number 1 pick eventually. The nice thing is you get to close this out because you've already named my number 1 song. So I'm really fascinated now by what your number 1 is going to be. It's going to be very, very interesting. All right. So what is your number 3 song?
My number 3 is another track on the new album, The Icon.
Infinite Icon, yep.
It features Meghan Trainor, and it's called Chasin'. And to me, this song is like, I mean, it could hold its own, as I suggested, up against Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, or that like kind of girl power rock, right? It is a really kickin' tune. And I was really surprised. I had never heard this album, never heard the song, but it really caught my attention. And Meghan Trainor is just so great on her own, in her own right, that teaming up with Paris, this song was so much fun. And so it's my number 3.
You know what's funny? That song didn't even make my initial top 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. Now, admittedly, I'm not saying it's a bad song, but sometimes right? Once you've gone through a few songs, like, okay, I think I got my top 5 already figured out. And the Meghan Trainor one, it didn't move the dial for me. It's still a decent song, but it did not move the dial for me because there was another duet on that same album, that Infinite Icon album, that takes my number 3 spot. And that's If the Earth is Spinning, the other song that features Sia.
Okay, I get that.
Again, I love the pairing of these two, but this song has a very urgent beat behind it. It's almost kind of cinematic to a point.
It was fun. Yeah, I remember that one stood out.
Yeah, I found this one really sing-alongable too. It's a bit of a deeper cut. It should have been a single. I don't understand whoever chose the singles. I mean, yes, Stars Are Blind, cool, absolutely, I get it. But there were some really good deeper cuts on Infinite Icon that didn't get the single treatment. And clearly, Paris plus Sia equals good.
I like that math. That adds up.
That's odd.
We owe Paris 50 cents now?
Possibly.
Maybe $1?
It depends. What's the conversion rate? All right, so since we already talked about your number 2 being Stars Are Blind, my number 2 comes off of the first album, Paris. And it actually was almost my number 1, but Screwed is too good to not be number 1. This one's got a bit of a Black Eyed Peas kind of vibe to it. Like when the Black Eyed Peas were at their peak, very dance floor anthem, still kind of a bit on the rockier side, summer party, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, this song was good enough to be picked as one of the singles. Nothing in This World sits at my number 2. And it was really a coin toss between Screwed and Nothing in This World for me. Like, I freaking love this song.
That's fascinating. We listen to music clearly very differently.
It's not even on your list.
It's not.
Dang.
No, that wasn't even on my radar.
But the thing is, if you go into this album thinking that Stars Are Blind is the template, you're going to be sadly mistaken, because there are a bunch of different styles on this album. There's a little bit of everything for everybody. And I think that's a smart choice from Paris Hilton, because it makes the album as a whole more accessible. So people who are deep diving some of these discographies are going to be surprised with the diversity of sounds that you're going to get. Now, is Infinite Icon more of a dance hall banger? Sure. Okay. But that first album, there's a little bit of everything for everybody. But now we get to our final number one pick. So reminder, dear listeners, my number one was Screwed, which did end up on Carrie's list. So Carrie, what is your number one Paris Hilton song?
Well, if you had asked me about a week ago before I studied for this exam, if I had on my 2026 bingo card that Paris Hilton would make me cry, I would have lost money. But my number one song is ADHD.
That was almost on my list.
This song, how could it not be? I have chilly bumps just talking about it. This song is so personal and it is so beautiful, and it literally, like, you connect with how I'm assuming that she must be feeling, or she's writing it for an entire population. And I freaking love and respect Paris so much. Like, if anything, I did before. I really, I totally dug her persona, right? And just fun and flighty and just loving her life, right? And living big. And I really loved that. I really respected that. But to hear this song kind of made me just go, whoa, what was that? And then I played it again. And at that point, I'm sobbing at my desk and I'm like, I found my number one pick. And I did not expect this, because I was really used to the fun party Paris Hilton soundtrack, like just a party girl theme song. And then I was hit with ADHD, and this song is so beautiful, and it is just everything. So mad respect, girl. You made me cry. So here we are.
Yeah, ADHD was my number 6, actually. I always flip-flopping between that and I'm Free. And I think the thing is that when I was going through this, I was really kind of in that dance floor party kind of vibe. So ADHD, while it did hit, it just didn't make my top 5 for the mind frame that I was in while listening to the music. I'm sorry for being happy, dear people, but here we are. ADHD it caught me completely off guard. I was not expecting that kind of gut punch, heartfelt kind of song.
It's freaking beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you would ask me, like, maybe in a week or two, or if I'm having a bad day, that song probably would be in the top 5 and might knock out I'm Free or even Stars Are Blind. But it's fascinating that we have so many different songs on the top 5 out of an artist with only 2 albums.
She's incredibly talented.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and so under-respected.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be a go-to in the public eye to like slam Paris for just being just a ditzy blonde, but she is so not.
Yeah.
Like she
gets slagged like she's Nickelback.
So much substance. Yeah. Behind, I mean, she is just so, I think she's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously very talented, incredibly talented. And this, like, the 2 CDs were really enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah. So, dear listeners, before we get to recapping our top fives, just know that we're going to be going through some shorter discographies at the end of the year to kind of spread the love to some of the artists who don't have as robust a discography. So I'm really looking forward to the November to January run that's going to be happening on this channel. And if you like what you're hearing, if you like this show format, please let us know at OnlyOneCast, or go to our website, notthatbadcast.com. Let us know what you think of the new show format, and let us know if there's an artist that you want us to cover who doesn't have a robust discography. So the key here is that more than one album or fewer than 5. Okay, somewhere in that middle is the sweet spot for this. So, Carrie, before we go, we have to recap our top 5 Paris Hilton songs. So from number 5 to number 1.
Okay, well, you mentioned a number 6, so I am giving a bonus track to Zydrate Academy, which I know doesn't qualify. It doesn't count, but I do have to give mad respect.
It could. If you had put that at number 5, it would have counted, because just because it's not on one of her albums doesn't mean that we couldn't have talked about it. So Zydrate Anatomy as number 6, I could absolutely see that.
Okay, so that's my bonus track.
All right.
My number 5 is Fame Won't Love You with Sia. My number 4 is Screwed. Number 3, Chasin' with Meghan Trainor. And number 2 is Stars Are Blind with number 1, Mad Respect, ADHD.
All right, my number 5 is I'm Free featuring Rina Sawayama. My number 4 is Stars Are Blind. My number 3 is If the Earth is Spinning featuring Sia. My number 2 is Nothing in This World. And my number 1 is Carrie's number 4, and that is Screwed. Carrie, thank you so much for this. And I am so looking forward to the episodes that we're going to be doing in November. And I hope, dear listeners, that you are as well. But until next time, you guys know the drill. If there is an artist that you want us to cover on the Under 5 Top 5 during that run, or with a bigger discography on There Can Only Be One, or an album that you want us to cover on Spin, Shuffle, Skip, hit us up on social media at OnlyOneCast, or go to our website, notthatbadcast.com. And remember that the Under 5 Top 5 has its own page on the website. So once we get to the end of the year, if you want to catch up on all those Under 5 Top 5 episodes, it's in one spot for you. But until next time, she's Carrie, I'm Jay, you guys are awesome. This is, for the first time ever, the Under 5 Top 5 on the There Can Only Be One podcast channel, and a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Take care.
At ZocDoc, we know being a healthy adult is like living in a video game. Every day has side quests, taxes, laundry, birthdays, and just when you're leveling up, you have to book a doctor. The insurance portal crashes, they put you on hold, your doctor doesn't take your plan, game over. We see you, so we made booking a doctor easy. Download ZocDoc, search by specialty, insurance, and availability. Book instantly, no cheat codes required. Find a doctor you love with ZocDoc.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 50% off with minimum purchase, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
I'm not giving up. I am selling the building.
The final season of FX's The Bear.
The restaurant is flooded.
Everything's either going to be okay.
No, stop.
Or not.
We are outgunned and we are outmanned, but we have each other.
FX's The Bear, the final season. All episodes now streaming on Disney+.